to For the Love of Reiki with Paula Vail. Reiki has been proven to bring you balance and peace, as well as improve your health. It's a healing method that works with other alternative methods, as well as conventional medical practices, to encourage and enhance personal healing on a number of levels. Now, to tell you more about Reiki and better health, here is Paula Vail.
Welcome, everyone, to the premiere episode of For the Love of Reiki. Today is the beginning of a beautiful journey for all of us, given through sharing information and experiences. So I now say, let the joy begin. And may I now introduce my amazing guest, Kristen Eykel. She is known around the world in television and media. She is the author of the book Initiate. She is a master Usui Reiki and teacher. She, among many other healing modalities. And Kristen, welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Oh, Goddess Paula, it is such an honor to be here today. And I love that you are literally, I believe, initiating something on the planet. I don't think there's ever been a Reiki talk show in the world, ever. And so this really, truly is groundbreaking, and I'm so incredibly honored to support you in this journey and to be a part of this with you. So thank you. So what I'd actually love to do, and what I'd sort of like to invite your audience to listen in at, is who is this woman, Paula? Why has she started this journey, and why did you feel compelled to bring this to the world on this large stage?
Well, I've been doing Reiki almost 9 years now, and as I've progressed and given Reiki to clients, taught Reiki, it's come to me, it's becoming more and more difficult when I have a new client come in and say, well, what's Reiki like? I have to say it's beyond words, because I am struggling with telling them in a few short sentences what Reiki is, because it is so much. It is a full circle. It does so much, from healing, from emotional, from connecting us to source, to empowering us, to healing, to guiding, the long distance Reiki. I mean, there is just so much to share. And so when I was asked to host the first Reiki show on Voice America, I had to think about it for a while, but then it just came to me, yes, because the information, the amazing guests that we're going to have on the show, the sharing, that's going to bring so much to so many people around the world. More Reiki, more people learning Reiki, and I couldn't be blessed with a greater opportunity.
I think that's really true. And one of the things that's interesting is a lot of people, they said, well, what is Reiki? What does it look like? And it looks like putting your hands on somebody, like the laying on of hands, the traditional, what we think of from thousands of years of healing. But also you can do it off the body, and as you said, send it through time and space.
Yes.
So you can send it to other places. So as you become more adept in the work, you can actually reach and influence many, many, many more people all at the same time.
Yes, and I'm actually going to do 1 or 2 shows on long distance Reiki, because it is absolutely amazing, just amazing. Like I do a lot of long distance Reiki for clients, family, friends that are having surgeries, things like that. One example is just last month, a family member had a double lung reduction, which is
it sounds
very
intense.
complicated surgery. And she was told, expect to be in the hospital 10 to 14 days. I mean, you can't even use your arms for 8 weeks after the surgery. So I sent her long distance Reiki the night before, the morning before the surgery, surrounded her with that Reiki energy. And I not only surround that person, I fill the whole room. So every nurse, every doctor, anyone that walks in that room is in that energy. So by the time she was in surgery, I was up in Seattle at the hospital in the waiting room. They said the surgery couldn't have gone any better. I was able to go see her after, continually send her Reiki. Her surgery was on a Monday morning. They released her on Friday.
That's not even half the time that they said she would need.
Not even half the time. And they told her this was a record. This was a record. And she's home now. She's off her oxygen. She's doing fantastic. And
did you initiate her to Reiki now so she can continue her self-healing?
She's been a client over the years. And she swears it's made such a difference with her COPD and everything. But this surgery, it was just amazing to be a part of that and see the outcome.
So how did you get into Reiki in the first place? Because a lot of times we have a reason why we choose to work on it. It's for ourselves, or it's for others, or it's kind of a big calling to decide that, well, I'm going to be a Reiki healer. How did that happen for you?
I am a big animal girl. All my pets are rescues, and I had a dog, a white shepherd, and she owned my heart. She was about 16, and we discovered she had cancer, she had a tumor, she had a surgery, she could barely walk. And someone said to me, you should learn Reiki. I had never heard of it, no idea what it was. I went and received one Reiki session and decided to take a class.
You were hooked.
I was hooked. And I would give her, she slept with me on my bed, I would give her Reiki every morning. She improved so much. And I had her with me 2 more years, so up until 16. That got me in it, but I just loved it. And then I would go to the next level class, the next level, and it would just be this higher vibration, more excitement. It's like, oh my gosh, now this is happening. And so then I also branched out, went to other teachers among William Rand, who I love. I use his workbooks. I took a crystal Reiki class. I love using crystals. I have a crystal healing bed that I discovered in Peru.
Okay, we're going to talk more about that crystal healing because I love them and they're really powerful work. Yeah, that's a whole other conversation right there itself. Exactly. Stay tuned for more of those.
And it's just, it's been life-changing. Reiki is life-changing, and not just for me, for the people around me, for my family, my friends, my clients, my students. And to have that and teaching, it's an honor, it's a responsibility, and to have that and see that changing the lives, and it's not me doing it. When I do a Reiki session for someone, I am not charging for the Reiki. I charge for my time because it comes from source. It comes through me.
That is a very powerful distinction. Yes. It is, because many healing modalities that people have been used to, for example, massage or something else, the practitioner is using their own energy, and they can become depleted over time. They can become burned out or tired, or if you're not connected to source and you're just using your finite human energy, your clock is clean by the end of the day. Yeah. And that's what's really lovely about Reiki, is you connect to source. And you become the vehicle or the vessel that source flows through to do the healing at the level that the receiver is receiving.
Yes.
Do you want to speak about that?
I've had people say after a long day, if I have several clients, aren't you exhausted? Oh my gosh, no. I could fly, because that energy has gone through me all day, and I am just lifted up. I'm just healthier because of what Reiki does to our immune system. The studies that have shown, Portland, Oregon, the College of Naturopathic Medicine had a great study about Reiki on people and testing their blood, and
the white blood cell count was drastically increased.
It brings that into balance, and the white blood cells are what helps our body to fight disease. So you get that boost from Reiki for your immune system. So I'm getting that all day while I'm at work. Oh my gosh.
Well, it also, that's the other lovely thing about it too, is it does help to clean out your energetic field as well. So as we know, anybody who's a light worker or an energetic worker who has experienced it at all, we know that we kind of carry energetic garbage with us. We carry other people's thoughts or feelings. We carry old history, and all of that stuff can lodge in the auric field.
Yeah.
So when you're tapping into the Reiki energy, either as a giver or as a receiver, that level is also being cleansed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when you got your initiation to your first or second level, or even in any of the levels, did you experience any of that realignment in your energetic field?
I did. I experienced being very peaceful, very relaxed, and it was a whole energy shift. And every level I went up and we learned symbols in the Reiki practice, and the more symbols I would learn, everything just, I would feel it. And attunements, originally called initiations, are just, every time you get one, I mean, it's just beyond words, because it heals you, it detoxifies you. And I really teach my students that level 1 is about you. It's about becoming healthy. It's about growing your own self-empowerment, connecting to source, because you need to come in balance and you need to bring all that in, and that will assist you in sharing it even better.
It does. You have to really look at the building block of where you're starting from. So if your vessel is dirty, right, you're not going to carry clean water for anybody else.
Right.
So getting your own stuff out of the way, or at least beginning to get out of the way as you begin this journey, is very important. So that then, like Reiki 2 initiation, that's when you get your magic symbols. So talk to us a little bit about what the symbols do and why they're important, and how they assist the practitioner in assisting others.
The symbols are not the Reiki itself, but they're a tool in Reiki, and each symbol has a certain vibration attached to it, and they have different vibrations. There's like a long distance symbol, there's a power symbol, an emotional symbol, and many others. And these symbols, you bring those in, you draw those into the aura, and it just connects you to that vibration, and that just enhances what you're able to do with that Reiki connection. So they're just a tool in the Reiki practice, and they're a tool in the attunement, because they open up. Everyone is able to do Reiki. The symbols, the attunement, the initiation is what opens that up. You open a door, and once that door is open, it's open forever. You never lose it. And that door is open, and what you personally do after you open that door is your journey, your path, and that's where you take it. So it's a personal thing, but once you have that attunement, that initiation, that door is open.
I think that's a lovely reminder as well for people. I know many of my clients, they say, oh, well, I did my Reiki one like a bunch of years ago, but I kind of forgot, and I haven't really practiced it, and maybe it's not there. You don't ever lose it. It never goes away, which is also very powerful as to why we do the Reiki shares, so that you can stay in that alignment and wake up every day, put your hands on you, go to sleep every night, whatever your ritual is. So what have you experienced with the power of the sharing of Reiki in terms of keeping the people who've already may have been initiated 10 years ago, and keeping them in that alignment and bringing them to the next stage?
What I tell them is their Reiki, think of it like a muscle. The more they activate their Reiki, use the Reiki, the stronger that muscle is going to be. And let's say, and I've had people that, learned level 1 years ago, and I think maybe I'd like to refresh and go to level 2. So you can do that, you bring them up to level 2, but it's like a muscle, and they can just instantly connect back into that and bring that. And I feel as a teacher, what I tell my students is, okay, I'm there for you forever now. They can come to me for practice, they can come to me for questions, but it's something that they can, years past they were initiated, they can come back, open that connection, and just take the time to get in that and feel that and live that, and they just go from there.
So I think one of the things that'll be really lovely, and let's play with this a little bit today. Are you willing to do this? So I'm sure we have some people around the world who may have heard of Reiki or may have been initiated into Reiki a long time ago. But let's do a little practice a little bit later in the show where people can actually feel what that energy feels like. Can you give that to people? Yes, because you then trust it when you feel it.
Yes, it makes it real.
So what does the Reiki feel like for you when you're giving it? Do you have a physical or a visceral experience? Do you see things? Do you experience things in some level?
Well, we all, have the different way things come to us. Myself, it's more feeling and sensitive. I'm very into listening to my intuition. So I may be hands-on in a particular spot or whatever, and the Reiki I just feel is coming through, and I just let it come through, and when I feel I'm ready to move on, I'll move on. But I also surrender, and I don't worry a lot about where I should be, because Reiki goes where needed. Reiki is all-knowing, and so I just kind of let go to my intuition. And I did realize as I progressed in Reiki, it's like I just would become more sensitive, especially with long distance. I mean, we have to have at least 1 or 2 shows about long distance Reiki.
Absolutely.
You can, with long distance Reiki, as I progressed, you can sense what that person needs. You could sense if it's pain, if it's fear. I mean, you just pick that up. It's indescribable. And you can send Reiki to someone who's passed. You can send that to their spirit, and that's a whole different, you feel it. But it's just amazing what you pick up and how your sensitivity grows.
That's what's lovely too, is your sensitivity can grow to whether they're in the body, whether they're out of the body, whether their body's on the other side of the planet from you, in any time and space, because we have that understanding now that time and space is make-believe. So that being said, we actually do have time and space in the recording booth, so we're going to, in a moment, go to a commercial. And then when we come back, let's do a little practice so that people can feel this, they can start to get their own understanding, whether or not they've ever had Reiki or not.
Excellent.
They can feel it in their body, they can feel it in their hands, and start to play with energy like a little plasma ball.
I love that, Kristen. That sounds perfect.
All right, that'd be great. I think that'd be really great fun.
Yeah. So, because that will just help them realize a little more of what we're talking about.
Absolutely. All right, we'll come back to that right after this commercial. Thank you.
Thanks.
And we're all clear. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.